Minute.
Okay.
Dr. Marshall.
I do my hair. She did her hair.
Well, it's not, it's just not. Whatever.
$30 seconds.
Right. Oh no, that's not right.
50 seconds.
Good evening, good evening. This is Lady Estelle and the Street Soldier Crew, and we are back for another Sunday evening with you. Your host this evening is delighted to see that we are still here. We are still alive and free. Your host, Dr. Joseph E. Marshall Jr.
Thank you so much, Lady Estelle. Dr. Marshall is tired. Long day, wonderful day yesterday. Wonderful day of Alive and Free Omega Boys Club, our annual alumni barbecue. We do it every year. Oh, it was great. I can't say enough about it. Big turnout, great food, nothing but love. Sometimes somebody asks me, what is the alumni barbecue like, Dr. Marshall? I say it's like Medea's family reunion without the drama. Ain't nobody throwing no hot grits on nobody.
Sheesh.
Dr. Marshall.
Yeah.
It was all love. It was so much love. It was crazy. And next year is the big one. And so I'm coming back next year. I remember, man, I already got my plane ticket. People fly in, flying from Tennessee. I'm coming from LA. So yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
We worked hard. We had a good time, and it was wonderful. And I know somebody who is going to be at next year's because it's the 40th. They're already making plans to be there, no matter what. Go ahead. Okay.
Are you talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking about you.
Yeah. God willing. I'll be there.
All right, Street Soldiers, we got a great, really good show for you. Always had it. We're gonna honor some special people tonight. Young people have come to our program for at least a year, some more, and I really want you out there to know why they come and what they learn from us and what their reward is. Maybe you'll send your kid over here, right? But I really want to honor them tonight. We're going to just showcase them in tonight's show. I want to thank everybody who tuned in last week for a very special America at 250 show.
Yeah.
What kind of America do you want to see moving forward? I've heard some really good things about the show, and from group I didn't expect to hear things from, because the link got sent around to a lot of people, and they'll say, "Man, that was a great show. That was a great show. That was a great show." So, thank you. And if you enjoyed the show 2 weeks ago with Dr. Reggie Daniel and his book Prevail, we're gonna have him back. Gonna have him back very soon, maybe even next week. Once again, because there's a part 2, a lot we didn't cover. All of that, and I haven't said hello to everyone. So let's start with, I really like Don Miguel. I just like that so much. It just, you should use that.
Don Miguel?
Don Miguel, man. I mean, yeah, that's like a title, man. That brother, that's
a good one.
Yeah,
I have to do that.
I'm gonna give you the, and then you can always like swap it out.
Don Miguel.
Yes, Don
that
Miguel.
Could be like an alias. Like an AKA.
Absolutely, man. That's the gentleman look. You could, like, when you that's almost like being Sir Michael, but I don't want to do that. That's
Sir Michael.
It doesn't fit. Yeah.
Sir Michael is pretty nice.
But I'll go to your head. Well, that's the next level up.
That is a level.
Okay, we can knight you.
That's like Esquire.
Esquire.
Yeah, but you gotta earn that. That's like doctor.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Esquire, dude.
Yeah.
Count Michael. Duke Michael.
That's funny. Duke Michael. Hilarious. Oh, wow.
The Duke of the Mo.
Man. that's good. Thanks, Dr. Marshall. I appreciate it. Great week. I have a saying that I go by. I say, people ask, how you doing, Fillmore? How you doing, Mike? I say, I'm living, working, chilling, but I added something, elevating as well.
Ooh, yeah.
Living, working, chilling, elevating.
Always on the move up. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. That good.
Yes, sir.
That sounds well. And you like me, you exhausted, right?
We had such a good time yesterday at the barbecue.
Yeah.
Evelyn said those ribs were cooked to
Mm.
perfection. So shout out to our chef,
Mhm.
all of our chefs. And then for that rack specifically, that was Stefan who grilled them up at the end of the barbecue. Lots of food, good time.
Yeah.
A little sunburn. So what is it? I'm living. What'd you say, Mike?
Oh, living, working, chilling,
I'm living,
elevating.
getting
Elevating.
chilling, and a little sunburned. But it doesn't hurt, so it's good. I'm working on it. I got to get my legs next.
All right. We haven't done news for a minute because we've had so much to do before we go into the show. We're going to get into the latest news and a couple things. Apparently this year, so far, Anne and Lady E and Don Miguel, the United States is on track to have historically low number of homicides.
Good job.
Yeah, good job. Oh, we're alive and free. Hell, we love that, right?
Yeah.
Data collected from 30 American cities showed an 18% decrease in the homicide rate from 2025 compared to the same period in 2026. Of course, translating to about 215 fewer homicides this year, according to a new report. All right. Should the trend continue, it would push the annual rate to the lowest levels in over a century.
Wow.
It's a century. Isn't it something? Once the final numbers are released at the end of the year. Okay, the report released Thursday tracked 13 crimes and reported drops in 9 categories, including carjackings, residential burglary, and aggravated assaults. Small jump in shoplifting, domestic violence instances, sexual assaults, and drug offenses over the same period. All right. Here's the thing. Everybody's going to claim, they respond. But one thing, when I was on the police commission, they don't never know why it goes up or why it goes down. They really don't. They could not predict. They tried to predict. They didn't predict. Nobody really knows. Everybody just claims it, right? So that's one thing I did, Mike, when I was on the commission, is that when the homicides went up, the police got blamed for everything. So when they dipped, I would always say at the commission, congratulations, right? I'm gonna get you're gonna get busted for them going up. Yeah. You're gonna get the love, and that, and they always appreciated that. Okay, that's one homicide they're down. That is wonderful news. We don't know why, but we'll take it. Do you remember Ava DuVernay?
Yeah.
Remember her?
Yes.
Is Lady E announcing a new documentary called 14th.
Wow. I can't wait.
Which follows 13th.
That's amazing.
The documentary 13th.
Wow.
Followed, if you read the book, what's her name's book? What is it?
The New Jim
Crow. It was
Yes,
basically
a
the
must
documentary
read.
version of the New Jim Crow, which talked about mass incarceration, right? It's the follow-up to her 2016 film 13th,
Wow.
which was an examination of the legacy of the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery. That's why the New Jim Crow was in that vein. But she has announced that she will make a documentary for Netflix on the 14th Amendment, which gave liberty and rights to the formerly enslaved people following the Civil War, and which has come, of course, under legal attack from,
Wow.
I won't say his name. I'll just say it's the color orange, okay? Because he's trying to abolish birthright citizenship, all right? DuVernay said her film will detail how the 14th Amendment became a permanent argument, and it will feature politicians, historians, and cultural voices. Okay. If the 13th asks about who gets caged, then 14th asks who gets counted. All right.
Wow.
This is not a film about the past tense of freedom. I'm not interested in asking you to look back. The film asks what kind of country is, that's almost like what question we asked last week. What kind of country is being written beneath our feet now while we are busy believing the stories we've all been told. And she is a fabulous filmmaker.
Yeah.
I mean, what was the Exonerated Six? She did that. Well, that wasn't the name of the film. When they see us, was that the name of her film about the young men in New York? Anyway, it was fabulous. Ava DuVernay did that. I watched that, and so yeah, looking forward to 14th. So what's up? I see you. How you doing? Nice hat, my brother.
A Exonerated 5, and it was When They See Us. That's right.
Yeah, When They See Us. Yeah,
Yeah.
She
Thank
is a wonderful, wonderful filmmaker. Okay, I got another one here. All right, there will be a new Black Panther.
Oh, yes, there will be.
You're first hearing it on Street Soldiers.
Unless you were at Comic-Con, yes. Yeah.
Ryan Coogler announces that David Johnson, and I don't know who David Johnson is, will be the new Black Panther. He will be assuming the role as will play T'Challa's son. And if you remember, if you watched, of course, the last film, his son was, I don't know if his son was born in the film before. Yes. Anyway, he will play T'Challa's son in Black Panther 3, which will be out, now listen, in 2028. He telling I gotta wait 2 years now.
Oh, I thought it was coming at Christmas. It's
2028.
Okay, I got time to get ready, I guess.
Coogler, you're talking about a buildup. Coogler is returning to direct the third movie in the series. So, yeah.
I thought LeBron made us wait a long time, but Black Panther really making us wait a long time. Okay, but you know it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah. Well, what they have coming is the Avengers Doomsday in December, and a lot of people are excited about that. So we'll get a little peek.
I'm a Marvel.
I'm excited. Next week, Spider-Man. Me and my son been waiting for the new Spider-Man.
Oh, that's good.
Is that next week?
Yes, sir. We gonna be there.
I love Marvel movies. Oh yeah, the quality lately ain't been, but I mean, yeah, but still, I'm a big Marvel fan. New Spider-Man, I will be there, but 2 years to wait for the new.
That's hard.
But we'll do it. We'll do it. All right, and Lady E, listen to this. Tuskegee University has introduced a new dress code, banning bonnets and do-rags.
Oh.
Bedroom shoes. And revealing clothing in classrooms, dining facilities, and official campus settings. The dress code rollout coincides with a broader institutional crackdown, including classroom attendance, tracking, and a strict ban on unauthorized cell phone use during class. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
thank you for the.
I was gonna say, wait a minute, hold on. Let me go get my bonnet.
So I saw this on LinkedIn, I think, and I went down. I want to see what people comment. Look, at least half the people were Tuskegee grads, and Lady E, they were like you. They were applauding like crazy, applauding like crazy. They were applauding like crazy. Little decorum, and basically, the school saying you get ready for the next.
Yeah.
Get ready for the next level. What's one of our favorite sayings? Never give them a reason to tell you no. So and you're always talking to them, Lady E and Mr. Mitch, about prepare now. The preparation starts now. So they're saying, look, you can't run walking around, and that's been, that is in this day and age, with young people who are used to whatever. Anyway, I mean, it's funny because the college kids I see, they already do this, but for it's this to come down from the top. What you think about that, Soul?
It'd be interesting to see if it becomes a trend at some of the other HBC, other Black colleges, or if it's just going to stay at Tuskegee. That's my first thought. Yeah. And my second thought was, would there be a protest in the student center with a room full of bonnet wearing folks? Because
I thought about that.
Yeah.
As a former student activist myself, I doubt
Yes.
that I would have protested to wear slippers.
Because you know, college students, that protesting is part of being a college student, you know. So
I don't
Funny.
know that you're gonna get much traction with Father President. I mean, it's a Mr. President, the president of the school. It's somewhere my do rag to, classmate. What you think about that, Mike? What you think about that? Think that's dress appropriately, prepare for the next level. You just
I mean, yeah. Did you see what France is doing? France is banning social media
Yes.
for everybody. If you're under 15, you
Yes.
have to be
the
above
whole country.
the whole country.
That's something.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's coming here.
Yeah. Wow.
It's gonna come here eventually.
Look, we've already done shows and we know how we feel about that technology.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's all the big stories I have. I don't know, so you had anything else? Did anybody watch the WNBA All-Star game yesterday?
I watched a little bit.
a little bit.
You see our sister dunk?
Yes.
Yeah.
She did it with ease. too.
Oh, she sure did. She sure did. She threw down. I mean, you can really say
Yeah.
she threw down.
Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't like easing it over the rim. Yeah.
I did see Obama out there, I think the day before, or without, talking to the players. He was talking to Caitlin Clark for a little bit and some of the other players. And, then they were talking about what it was like to meet Obama. Hey, even stars get starstruck when they meet
Yeah, that's
the
funny.
former president.
Caitlin Clark, I usually don't get starstruck, but I was pretty starstruck meeting Obama.
Who wouldn't be? And but he ain't starstruck with himself. That's the thing, He like, you the president. Well, hey, I'm just me.
Yeah.
That's what I do. That's what everybody likes about Barack and Michelle.
Yeah.
I just happen to end up being a president, but I'm the same way as I've always been. So yeah.
It'd be cool to see him have a cameo in Black Panther. Be like a little T'Challa's wise uncle or something like that.
Yeah.
Just
Don't look. Somebody's listening. I'm gonna take it back.
Just don't kill him. Don't kill him. You get a cameo.
just be like a wise uncle.
Yeah.
T'Challa being a Steve, well, he don't know what to do. Let me call my uncle and be Uncle Barack. No, but Barack is just cool. He's every time you see him, he's just, as they say, cooler than the other side of the pillow. That's a cool brother.
That he is definitely that. All right, we got to get into the show.
That's cool.
What you say, lady?
Now that's cool. The other side of the pillow.
The other side.
Ice cold, cool. Ice cold.
All right, we got young people waiting, right? So let's bring them in. We're going to jump into this. We're going to salute the young people who have been with us for at least a year, for a while. And I'll just tell you, we have put them through it. And the reward has come or is coming. And I am so glad that we are joined. That Lady E is going to be with us because I do my piece. She does a bigger piece, especially with this group of young people that we're going to be talking to tonight. And we're going to start with, we have Don Miguel. We have graduates, people who have graduated this year. They've been with us for a while. They have been away at school for 4 or 4+ years. And we want to salute them first. And then we will salute our new ones going off to school. Going to salute them. And we're going to find out how what they benefit. Hopefully they benefit from being with us for these years. So we are going to start with, let's see who we got. I'm looking for my notes, man. Where are my notes?
I see him right here. They're
all right. I know, but I'm gonna get my paper so I can mark. So let's start with our graduates. Our graduates. Do we have graduates here? Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start.
When you say graduates, you mean high school or college graduates?
College. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. This is the end of the graduate. Our college graduate. I see one, don't I? I think I see one. I see two.
Yeah.
I see two.
Well, I think Elijah just doesn't have his camera on.
Oh, there's Elijah. Oh, Elijah, put your camera on. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna start with you, DJ, because I know you at work, right? You at work. You're a real college graduate because you're working, and you got some time off. So first of all, I want to congratulate you on your college graduation. So let's do this. Yes. And
Thank you.
And why don't you go ahead and tell everybody where you graduated from, what it's been like these last few years, and how Omega helped you get there.
Yeah.
So you are the first one, sir.
Yes, I just graduated from University of Santa Cruz, or California, Santa Cruz, with a bachelor's of science in global community health with a biomedical concentration. Um,
All right.
First and foremost, I want to say thank you to, Alive and Free for helping me and guiding me. I started off my senior year and then came back my freshman year of college in the dorm room doing it over Zoom, and had to, make it down to the club a couple times while I was still in school. But it was just such a great experience, and being able to learn all the coachisms they taught me, and they helped me get through all my way, helped me not make any bad decisions and get through college. And also just financially, like, I didn't have to worry and stress about, I know people who have graduated and have a whole bunch of loans and stuff, and I'm blessed to say that I'm debt free. I opened up my first credit card, and I know all the dangers of credit card safety and stuff. So, it's taught me a lot, and I really appreciate all the help you guys have, and sending me on my way and helping me succeed. My future plans for right now is I want to be a physical therapist, sports physical therapist. Right now, I'm gonna take a quick little break. I'm going to Southeast Asia for 3 months in September, so pray for me. And then after that, I'll come back home, finish some of my prereqs, and then by October 2028, I will have applied for physical therapy school. So to be continued to see where I go. But yeah, that's what I got going on. But thank you so much for everything.
Let me just before I get back into this, he told me yesterday he was going this Southeast Asia trip. So can you elaborate, Bill, like that? Because one of our sayings we've always had at the club is the world is bigger than the block. World is the block, and you getting ready to see the world.
Yes.
Not just the block. So where are you headed? And you must be excited.
Yes, I'm very excited. That's why I'm working right now. I'm working 2 jobs right now and still taking one last class to finally officially graduate. I'm starting off in Indonesia, and I'm gonna make my way to Singapore, Malaysia, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, then Vietnam. If I still got a little bit of money, I might do the Philippines, but I'm gonna be over there for 3 months. So we'll see. I have a slight plan of, the places I want to go, but ultimately I'm just going to explore and see where it leads me.
Nothing better than travel, brother. Nothing better than travel. The world belongs to you. The world belongs to you. You're not, and we might add that a little bit later you will hear from his sister,
His little sister.
Who was one of our new collegians, and we also who graduated. When did Imani graduate? She graduated before you, right?
Yeah, Imani graduated, I believe, 3 years ago now.
Yeah,
2 or 3 years ago.
So this will be the third one in the family.
Yes.
That we have put through college, and all of you have been wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Lady E, what do you remember about DJ? Going through the program.
Yeah, DJ. First of all, I want to say congratulations. And oh my goodness, you got a plan.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Do you have a time frame for those? Because remember, a dream is just a dream.
Yes, I do have a time frame. October 2028.
Okay.
That's the goal. That's when the physical therapy applications are due. I'm gonna take a year off just to get my bearings. I talked to my internship advisor. And she told me, she was like, I've rushed and went to grad school too late or too early. She said, take your time. Like, I got my recommendations down. She said, just go travel, and once you get back, like, we'll talk more and figure everything out.
Okay. Make sure when you get back, she's talking more and she's gonna figure it out. Okay. You make sure the people that you have that's gonna help you do this, do it. Okay. Yeah. Donnell is a wonderful student. Wonderful student. He had to work. He had to show up. It wasn't always easy, was it? But I'm gonna tell you what you did. You showed up, and you continue to show up. even when it was questionable. Was there ever a time that that it came close to what you gonna do?
Mhm.
Yes. I mean, I'm probably my winter quarter of college. My cousin died and he got shot in Oakland. I was going through a rough time and I honestly didn't do well in those classes. But after that summer, like junior year on, my grades have boosted. I've been locked in on my classes. Even my last class, human physiology, learning about all the organ systems. I was one of the top of my classes, going to office hours 3 times a week, meeting with my TA outside of office hours, and I was grinding. I had whiteboards in my room. I would wake up and study for 5 hours, stay till at the library till 1, 2 in the morning, just really on that grind. So I made it through. I went through it and I'm through it now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, man. Congratulations, man. Really, man. The
Congratulations.
thing I get to
Obviously.
do is I get to chat with y'all and text y'all and send you checks, all of y'all, for 4 years plus years. And you done great the whole time, man. You done great the whole time. I know your family's proud of you, your sister's proud of you. And all right, I know you got to get back to
Yeah, I
work.
got to get back. Thank you guys so
All
much.
right.
Love you guys so much. Be
Thank
blessed.
you, bro. Thank you, man. Congratulations.
Keep doing the work, baby. Keep
Sign off and get to work. All right. And then I called somebody today and she said, Dr. Marshall, I know nothing about this. I have dinner plans. I think she really had a date, but she didn't want to tell me she had a date. I know y'all. I got a date, Dr. Marshall. I can't do this. So I said,
that
well,
night you were over there in the dark.
tell it, Ebony,
All right.
to give you a few minutes with us. So
Before you finish your day, baby. Thank you.
Tell us,
All right.
have you back when we finished. Okay. Nyla, good to see you, honey. Congratulations. Tell everybody where
Thank
you
you.
graduated from.
Hi, I graduated from the University of California, Irvine.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi,
With
good
a
to see
degree in-
everybody. My degree is in criminology, law, and society, and a minor in social ecology. Oh no, a double major in social ecology. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
That's right.
Mhm.
They put it all in with a concentration in. I just got a degree in political science. They got all this stuff in there. So what's the journey been like? What was, what'd you get from us that helped you? And go ahead, just tell us all that.
The journey was a little rocky for me in the beginning, I would say. I mean, moving 6 hours away from like my family, I had no friends out here, so it was just completely a new beginning. So yeah, freshman year was a little rough for me, still getting the hang of things and like the college life and how to be so independent and knowing when to focus on, school, but also like still fit in like, other relationships or social life that I had. Um, but nonetheless, it was really fun. I had an amazing time. I would recommend moving away for college because it just gives you an experience that you will not get at home. Personally, from my perspective, but it's just good. Just learn so much. You learn a lot about yourself, just being alone and having a lot of time to think about life or like where you want to be and what path you want to take. Um, Omega has taught me so much. Oh, shout out Omega. Just remembering the rules and the coachisms. There's nothing more important than my life,
And it's great.
Amen. It was amazing. I definitely carried that throughout my journey of college. Just keeping that in the back of my mind, like a friend will never lead you to danger.
Yeah.
And keeping your circle small. You'll get to college, you first get there, you'll have the biggest friend group ever, and then it starts to dwindle down. You'll learn who your real friends are. And yeah, you just take that journey with the people who care about you and those who support you. So.
And you followed your sister.
I did.
Hit families hard.
Yes.
She brought you up there. They sent me to college. You going up there too?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she's about to go to law school and stuff, so she's doing her thing.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
We're doing the same major, so shout out Shire too.
Well, congratulations, honey.
Thank
really.
you.
Congratulations.
You did it. You did it. You set this goal and you pull it off, and we feel that you are eminently prepared for the rest of your life, and it's gonna be great. And one day you're gonna be telling us all the travel places you done traveled to. So that the world belongs to you. So
Amazing.
you can tell the dinner partner that they can have you back now. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. It's so good seeing everyone, Mrs. Stell. Thank you, Marsha.
Okay, honey. Love you. See
Love you. See you guys
keep me
later.
posted on how things go.
Of
Okay?
course. Good talking to you guys. Thank
Enjoy
you so
your
much.
dinner and your
Thank
date.
you. Thank you. Okay, bye everyone.
All right. Take care, baby.
All right, Nia Gastineau, we're going to you because you are 2 hours away in. Are you in Louisiana? Where are you? In what?
Yeah, I'm currently in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Baton Rouge, and girl, I ain't seen you in forever.
I know.
Yeah, we were on Instagram.
Yeah, you left the Bay Area. You started at San Francisco State, right? And then you transferred.
Yep, I started at San Francisco State.
Moved down and ended up where? Tell people where you graduated from.
Okay, so hi everyone. I graduated from Louisiana State University with my major was in interdisciplinary studies, which contained all these different minors of Africana studies, social work, and health science. Let's see, transferring to LSU was it was big, it was a lot. My dad was very mad, but then I was like, I gotta do it because at the end of the day, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do career-wise. And I feel like LSU was the best decision. After I graduated from LSU, I got a job. I got my first big girl job. I am
a big girl job.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. I am a supervisor for Behavioral Services of Louisiana, where I do peer support and I work with kids who have mental health. Working there has been a lot because I got put in the company as one of the youngest supervisors. And my favorite saying is, don't let your circumstances dictate my behavior. And I say this because as I'm 24, but everybody else is my employees are older than me. So I kind of had to really sit back and hold up, wait, they're older than me. So I can't push to demand respect. I have to earn it in a way with them.
Yeah.
So it's been a struggle, but other than that, it's been really good. And then I start my master's program of Southern of New Orleans August 17th for social work.
What? All right.
Yeah, but I have so much admiration for you because some people take a straight line. Yours had detours.
Yeah, it's like
you got all you, but you always got back on the road.
Yeah.
And I know, and sometimes well, where's the I can hear from her? But girl, you talk about perseverance. I mean, you should love on yourself because you made it to the finish line. You should really be proud of yourself.
Oh yeah, I am. I tell my mom every day, I'm like, I'm so proud of myself. She be like, I'm proud of you too. And then when I call my dad, he'll be like, I didn't like you going to LSU, but I'm very happy that you did what you did. And then all my uncles and aunts are they brag about me every time. My niece went to LSU or da-da-da. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing.
But well deserved. Well deserved. I mean, really, you that's perseverance. And Lady, talk to Nia. Remember
no, I mean, we're saying the same thing. You did it. It has not been easy. We watched the struggle. And then you just wouldn't stop. You just kept on. That's amazing. Yes, you feel good about yourself. And remember what you've learned, because that is what you're going to need for where you're going. Yes, that tenacity. That's wonderful. Congratulations, baby. With your big girl job. Yes.
And we got to shout out your sister, Kimber Gastineau, who also graduated from, State or was it LSU? Because I know she was taking classes.
No, she graduated from San Francisco State.
Okay.
When did she graduate? I didn't hear.
She graduated in 2024, so we went back home.
Okay.
and then we came back. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
You guys have put in some work.
Yeah, we did.
Congratulations. Yes, don't give up. You don't give up. You start, you finish. You did.
So I'm gonna throw you a challenge. Next year is the 40th year of Alive and Free Omega Boys Club. Next year we'll have our barbecue again. So why'd you think about making, well, as soon as I give you the date, why don't y'all make some plane reservations to get on out here and
Oh,
be with everybody,
I was supposed to.
all
I was
celebrate.
supposed to come back home. I
'Cause
was
next is a
supposed to
big
come
year.
back home.
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna
this
make
is
it
a big
like,
one. We want everybody. We want all the
yeah.
alumni. So I will do that for you. Congratulations here. Thank you. We know it's what 10:30 or something like that there. So
Yeah, it's 10:37. I have to get up for work.
yeah, we gonna let you get
Yeah,
your
that's
beauty
where it
sleep.
is for me too, baby.
Yeah, we want to do it publicly. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Okay.
See you, Nia.
Bye, honey. Okay.
Nice.
And the last graduate this year, which by the way, for those of you listening, makes us 298 college graduates. Don Miguel, you hear that? 298. That's how that. Look, that's a record. I'm about to blow. Well, you wait till we hit 300. Press releases going out like crazy. Yeah, we put 300 black kids. All right. Elijah Jordan.
Yes.
EJ, jump in and tell everybody where you went and talk about your journey.
How everybody doing? I recently graduated from Texas Southern University, getting my degree in business administration, majoring in management information systems.
Okay.
What did you learn from us that helped along the way?
I will say the main thing I feel like I've learned from Alive and Free was being prepared to know who I should surround myself with. Knowing who is a real friend, who's not a real friend, who's actually a germ in my life, or who's not impacting me in a positive way, but more so in a negative way. I feel like that really allowed me to become more successful, I would say. I definitely feel like the people you hang with can determine your future, and I always wanted to be around a positive environment that allowed me to grow, and that will support me, that will help me in times when I needed it, and that would basically be there when I needed it.
Yeah. It hasn't been easy, a couple of times, you I don't know how much you want to talk about, but there were moments, you got.
I will say I have a testimony. Recently I actually had to fly back this year. I had to fly back to California because I was diagnosed with functional neurological disorder, which is kind of a overlooked diagnosis. And it kind of gave me some setbacks, and I had to take certain therapies and stuff for it. And it's by the grace of God that I was able to still graduate. And not only did I graduate, but I graduated with honors, cum laude, and I graduated with all A's. And this is the first time I've ever officially had all A's in my academic environment. So, it's truly, truly a testimony. And I really want to encourage people who, go through certain things and they feel like it's too late or that they can't do it. And you just got to stay motivated and dedicated. You got to want it. You got to be hungry for it. And there were many moments. My whole college journey was a roller coaster where I didn't think I would be able to be where I'm at now. But like I said, it's really by the grace of God that got me this far. And I'm truly grateful that I just made it.
Man, that's beautiful, brother. That's beautiful. Lady, you talk to him. See, I didn't know this. I knew something, but I didn't know this latest piece.
I didn't know any of it. And because what I know is his accomplishments. And so he has accomplished so much since he's been away at college. And then to hear this part of it, I am just floored, amazed Because this young man's, yeah, he's just amazing. Hard working, not going to give up. He keeps pushing. And he's grateful.
Yeah.
His gratitude is off the chart. Anything that he is given, that's done, any kind of support, he doesn't forget. He doesn't forget what's given to him. He doesn't forget the support. He doesn't forget. He will ask for help. Mrs. Stell, I've heard from, yes. Mrs. Stell, would you? Absolutely. And then he'll let me know this is how it came out. What? I've had students ask, would you write a letter of recommendation? Absolutely. Give me some information. Da 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 da. And I never hear back anything. I may get the thank you, but I don't hear back and then the outcome. This is what happened as a result of I did this and this and this. This young man has integrity. He's got class. He's got that sense of I don't even know how to explain it. He's just amazing. And then he was diagnosed with something now he's got to work harder, and he did. He's got to push more, and he did. And he did. And he didn't say a word. And he made it. That's just, and then you said, if it weren't for the grace of God, what? What? You recognize that if it weren't for, and how old is he? What?
I'm 22.
Okay, only 22. I know it feels like a whole lot for you, but it's funny when you go through stuff and you're working, and you're right. You gotta want it. You gotta be serious. You gotta be focused. I'm sorry, I'm doing going on and on and on. And he deserves it. Because call me. And I don't call. Listen, once you get away off to college, if you call me and you talk to me and you ask me to help you read this, would you edit my this? I'll do that. But I don't call like Dr. Marshall does. I don't. You know why? Because I'm working with the next class. With the next. And so I've got my, but then the ones who do call me and keep me posted. I mean, I'm like, oh my goodness, you will be blessed. And you will continue to be blessed. When you reach out, you listen, you obey, and you follow up, you follow through, and you pray. He will walk with you. He will talk with you. He will guide you. He will strengthen you. He will encourage you. He will be with you all the way. And then for you to say it, yeah, that touches me. Congratulations, baby.
And real quick, I just want to say real quick, like one thing I really learned, with the coachisms you guys shared with me and allowed me to grow with, I will say I was in situations where I had to create my own coachisms. And one that I'm starting to live by in life, not even just in college, but in life, is the decisions you make not only affects you, but it affects the people around you.
Yes,
And
sir.
let that really like sink in, because not only whatever you do in life, whether it's something good or bad, it can impact somebody else in a good way or in a bad way. So if you do ended up making a decision, really try your hardest to make it good, because somebody else could also be impacted by it. But that's really all I want to leave.
We have to write that on the paper. Elijah, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
I remember when you was coming, man, all the way from,
Houston,
made it
Texas.
over there every week, running track,
Yeah.
still making it there. You amazing, brother.
I appreciate it.
Amazing, man. You're amazing. And
Zoom.
And
Was
you-
he a Zoom student?
yes.
And then do you remember when we saw Elijah and we were like, oh, you're very tall. Yeah, you just don't know. And so, yeah.
And your future is gonna be
Yeah.
keep on rising, brother. Thank you, man. We always here for you forever. You know, we're
Definitely.
family. We're good
Definitely.
forever. All right. Thank you, man. Thank you for spending this time with us this
No
evening.
problem. Thank you for inviting me. Have a good night.
You got it. All right, my new ones. I hope you were inspired by all of that. I don't want any of you to tell us that I can't do it, I can't do it, because you just heard what, four who were in the same position you were a few years ago.
Yeah.
They came through Omega. They took Lady Estelle's class, college prep class. They took the Mr. Mitra, and they had the same kind of send off you are getting, and they actually did it. And we know that you can do it also. So what we want to spend this time doing is saluting you as the newest survivors of our rigorous process. I want to explain something to Mike. When I started this years ago, I knew I wanted to keep the young people alive and free, right? But I also wanted something that could hopefully change the trajectory of their life. I just didn't, there's nothing wrong with taking kids on field trips, you know, and taking them out in the wilderness, but I wanted something that would impact their lives forever. And then that's why I opened my big mouth and said, you stick with us, you stay out the streets, you pick the college. And I said this, and I'll find the money. Mike, that's a dumb thing to say. I always say I had no damn money. Okay, I had no money.
Right.
So when we talk about God and the ancestors, all of this, when I say 298, that's from a brother that didn't have nothing. Okay. And it just worked. You know, it's just working. This is our latest group. We have preparing them. You see how serious they are. They're serious they are, because they're like the end of it, and they're like, whew, it's over. I know y'all saying that. I know Sarah and Justice and Elon and Rain and Walter. It's over, it's over, and it's over. And you are getting ready to tell the people why you came, what you got out of this, and send your kids. So who do I want to start? I'm gonna start with. We're gonna have to take a break, huh?
Yeah.
We just got 6 minutes. Okay, Elon. Well, first of all, everybody introduce themselves. How you doing?
Yeah,
Okay, so Elon, introduce yourself.
Hello.
Say where you are heading and what your future plans are, and then we'll get into all the things you've had to endure from us to get here. You start, Elon.
My name is Alon. I just graduated from high school, and I'm headed to Boston University this fall, where I'll be majoring in political science.
Right, and you're heading on a full scholarship.
Oh, that's
Beautiful.
awesome.
All right, Brooke. My Brooke. Met your daddy yesterday.
Yeah. I graduated high school from St. Ignatius College Preparatory, and I will be attending Tuskegee University in the fall, studying psychology. And the career I would like to pursue is becoming a psychiatrist.
All right,
Love it.
Justice.
Hi again, my name is Justice. I graduated from KIPP San Francisco College Prep. I will be attending San Jose State University, majoring in aviation professional flight to become a commercial pilot.
Commercial pilot. Sarah Jones, following her siblings, but she's her own person.
Yeah.
I want to know that because I messed up one time and called her sister's name. If looks could kill. Okay, go ahead, Sarah.
My name is Sarah Jones. I graduated from the Branton School, and I will be attending Hampton University, majoring in psychology in hopes to becoming a sports psychologist.
All right, Rain Kerbo.
Well, I am Rain. I am currently planning on going to CCSF to get my associates and then transfer to UC Berkeley for my for a bachelor's in English literature.
Thank you, Walter Abraha.
My name is Walter Abraha. I am a student at Job Corps on Treasure Island, and I attend the CCSF Community College for computer science. It's going pretty well. I'm hoping to wrap up my remaining classes within this year and hopefully transfer to a 4-year.
Wow. You have been the latest group, not the biggest group. We have bigger groups, but you know, it's been a journey. It's been, and I first I want to congratulate you on getting here, because we know that we're demanding. We're old school. We don't play. you don't get something for nothing with us. You really don't. You don't get something. And we want to prepare you to be two things: alive and free, and then after that to be financially alive and free.
That's what's up.
Take care of your life, then take care of your money.
Freedom.
And two, they've been with us for Tuesday night for at least a year, right?
Wow.
And then they've been with us on Thursday night with Mr. Mitra and Lady Estelle, Miss Estelle, for a semester, being taught how to stay financially alive and free, and being taught writing. And so it's work. It's rough. It's really rough. So anybody want to exhale? We don't have time. Okay, we got to take a break. Then we're coming back.
Well, we got a couple minutes.
Oh, we do?
We got like a minute.
Oh, we do?
1 minute.
Okay.
Well,
what
with this,
you
I
gonna
would
say?
just love to, one, say congratulations to our college graduates. It's amazing how fast time flies, like yesterday at the barbecue, we see the collegians and, there's the first years, the second years, and then the third year students. I was like, oh my goodness, already. But just that the fact that Alive and Free is basically a free program where anybody can come and join. So I just want to make sure that everyone out there in the world knows that you can always visit stayaliveandfree.org to learn about our next open house, which is September 15th, and to see what it's like and what it's about. And I'm so excited to hear our young people share their stories and share their journeys, because we really hold your life sacred. And then the fact that you kind of show us that same respect is really powerful. So when we say we're not all related, but we're all family, we really mean it. We really feel it, and I think it just shows. I just wanted to share that before we go.
The best thing about the barbecue?
Yes.
Y'all all saw all of my alumni yesterday? Did you see all those alumni? We wasn't lying, huh?
Yeah.
There were pictures on the wall, but yesterday you saw them, and the best thing about them, they're all alive and free. Okay, we got to take a break.
Yep.
Don't go nowhere. Thank you. Hang on. We'll come back and hear your journey.
Yes. So we are going to keep going with our conversation. You can continue with us when you head on over to YouTube Live at Stay Alive and Free. And we'll keep hearing from our wonderful students. I'm so excited.
Our number two, Alive and Free Street Soldiers. Tonight, we are saluting this year's Alive and Free college graduates. And now we will have a really deep conversation with those who just wrapped up their time at Alive and Free Omega Boys Club on Tuesday nights and the college prep class on Thursday nights, and find out what they got out of us, and we'll find out if they think they're ready. Want to hear from them, isn't it? And I tell again, people who heard me at first hour, it is a journey. We're not easy. You got to earn everything you get from us. And the first great thing is you got to show up. You got to show up. You got to show up. And they have shown up. And then they got to put up with these old school adults. So let me just get your reaction real quick to yesterday. What'd you think about that barbecue? Walter, I'm gonna start with you. What'd you think about seeing all those alumni at the barbecue?
Man, the barbecue was amazing. Like just seeing all those people who graduated and meeting all the different individuals at the barbecue who were related to the program in one shape or another. Like I saw people who started like 20, 30 years ago with the program and people who just graduated. I made a lot of connections there. And your ribs were amazing, Dr. Martin. You made the ribs like the best ribs I've
Yeah, that was. Yeah. I'm the preparer of the meat, so thank you for that. Yes, I'm the seasoner. Thank you. I ain't the cook, but I'm the seasoner. Thank you, Walter. Brooke, what'd you think about yesterday?
I went into yesterday not knowing what to expect. When I first got there, I'm like, wait, like I was trying to look for where everybody was because I had seen this other party of people, and I'm like, that can't be it. So me and my dad were walking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like there's like so many people, and my dad knew a lot of people. He was dapping up people left and right. He like, oh yeah, that's my. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that you knew all these people. I'm like, okay, and it was even a point where I looked back and Walter's talking to my dad. I'm like. So it was just really nice to see the community and how everyone succeeded throughout the program, and it kind of inspired me with my journey. I feel very great about going into college and pursuing what I want to do, and yeah.
Thank you. Elon, what did you think about yesterday?
I loved it. It was really nice getting to see the community that's been built through Alive and Free and getting to see like all the connections that we can build and like have built through Alive and Free and all the classes. And I think that being able to see how much happiness everyone had just getting to see each other with all the food and everything. So I loved it.
Thank you. Rain, what did you think about yesterday?
I really enjoyed it. Being able to meet so many people, especially like some of the older people, it was really inspiring to see how many people like Alive and Free has actually like helped. And I got to meet a man named Dr. Daniels. He gave me his book. So far, it's been an amazing read. It's called Prevail, and it's just really inspiring. And I'm grateful to be able to be inspired by these people, and also by Miss Ann. Miss Ann worked very hard yesterday.
She did. She always works hard. She worked real hard at the barbecue, though. She's serious. Justice, you missed it yesterday, but you'll be there next year. You'll be there. You'll be there next year. Yeah, it's just, I'm overwhelmed every time. You guys, I just can't believe it. I'm just overwhelmed being there and seeing them again. And it's funny, Lady E, I text Siobhan Hunter, who was the first girl we had years and years, what 1988. Yeah, she was 87. And I told her, as the years go by, it means so much more. It means more every year, because you never know who's going to be, you don't take nothing for granted. So you can imagine what the next year is going to be like when we hit 40. It's going to be, and y'all come back, for the first. And so it's going to be, so thank you so much. We are joined by Miss Demetra Jones, who is, I don't know if she's on camera, off camera, but Miss Demetra, she do what she do. And so let's talk about your journey. Your journey. By the way, you can tell who are the older members of Alive and Free and the new ones. The older ones, they call it Omega. And then you got the ones in the middle, they call it Alive and Free Omega. And you got one Omega. It's all the same. It's all the same. It is so great. So yeah, let's what? Sarah? Oh, Sarah, I'm sorry I left you out. What'd you think about yesterday? Your whole family was there.
Love it.
Yeah, my whole family was there. It was really cool to see everybody and also people who have like come to class to spoken with us, but also to see people like, I think I recognize you on the wall, but like to see you in real person and just to see everyone who has gone through the program is really cool.
Let me tell you, your family, y'all stayed the whole time. I mean, yeah, some people dipped in and dipped out. Y'all was at that table right in front of me. Y'all took up the whole table.
I love it. Yep.
Amani and you and DJ and your mama and your dad. And I guess the next one coming, don't I got one?
Josiah.
Yeah, in the pipeline. I mean, y'all was there the whole time. Lady Estelle, you should have seen it. And it was having, it's so beautiful. Yeah, it's just beautiful to see. Okay, so what was the journey? What has the journey been? Oh, there she is. That's Mr. Mitra. Hi, Mr. Mitra. I understand you were there early before I got there yesterday.
Oh, she helps set
You had
up.
to, you dipped in and dipped out because you had some things to do. So you had to take care of mom, right? Okay.
Today was crazy too. I wasn't available, but I was like, oh wait, I made it. I got an hour. I'm here.
It was packed. Oh my God, was it packed? Oh, it might
Yeah.
have been over 100. We think 100 people. I mean, it
Oh,
was just-
nice.
and they ate everything.
Good. 'Cause
Oh,
they was-
everything. They cleaned us out. Okay.
It was tons of meat.
Oh,
Tons.
yeah. Well, look, it wasn't no ton. It was none. Went from
Well,
ton
that's
to
good.
none. From ton to none.
That's good.
And as Walter said, the ribs were fabulous. Okay, so Sarah, let's start with you. What's this been like? With sort of an opening statement. What's this been like? This journey through Omega to get to the point where you are going off to school. And we're so demanding. We know we are, but wow. What do you want to say? I'll tell you one word. Let's give me one word to describe the process. We'll get one word from everybody, then we'll go in depth. One word.
I would say a roller coaster.
Ooh, that's an old song by the Ohio Players. You know nothing about the Ohio Players. I know. Okay, Brooke, one word.
Trustworthy.
Okay. Justice, one word.
Burnt out.
What was that?
Burnt out.
Okay. All right. Elon, one word.
Exciting.
Okay. Rain, one word.
Inspiring.
Okay. Walter, one word.
Awesome.
Awesome. Okay. I don't know what you expected when you got there, but you found out early that we're serious. We're serious. And we had two goals, and we told you that at the beginning. People think Alive and Free is a scholarship program. No, the scholarship and the college thing is the reward, right? But we're really an Alive and Free program. I mean, that's the first thing. If we can't we learned early on, if we can't keep people alive and free and learn the principles, they ain't gonna get to college in the first place. If they do, they're not gonna be able to make it through. And so I hope you were inspired by the group of graduates that you just saw, those four. They learned and they used the stuff so that we gave them. So we're gonna do a couple things. You can comment on, we'll comment on Tuesday night in a minute, but let's comment on Thursday night, what you learned in the college prep class from Miss Estelle and Mr. Mitra, because we don't always get Mr. Mitra here. And we know that's the concentrated, by the way, I just want you to know why that started. When we started, we did not have a college prep class. Years ago, Ann, you mean, I'm just teaching history. We had sort of before I just sent them off hoping they'd make it. And I found out, oh, y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Oh, I gave money away and they messed it up and I started crying. Okay, so I said, we got to do better. So we learned the Alive and Free prescription. And then we decided we'd just have a little prep before they went to school. And we did a summer writing class. And then that summer writing class turned into a semester-long class, which was still a writing class. And then it developed into what we formerly called college prep. And we added to the college prep class the financially alive and free prescription. So those became our goals in this concentrated period. We wanted to send you off and maximize the chance that you will be alive and free and educated, and that you will not blow your money. So that's how this whole thing started. It's been working. It's wonderful. And after that one word, just talk about college prep and what you got out of that. So Elan, you go right ahead and you can start.
So for my experience in the college prep class, I think I was very quiet in the beginning, but I think after I kind of realized the importance of what I was learning, especially both in the financially alive and free aspect and also writing, especially since I'm going to college and I'm moving across the country in the fall. Just everything I learned has really helped me, I think, and I think it will really help me when I get to school and am surrounded by a bunch of new things that I haven't been around during my time here in high school. But for me, my experience has been really nice, I would say. Like, I learned a lot about myself. I think I grew through my experience in the college prep class, and just being able to see my own personal growth starting from when we started to now, I'm very grateful for all the experiences I've had in the class.
So pick a specific lesson, a specific, either financially alive and free lesson or a specific in the writing class. Just give us a couple. We'll come back, but let's give us a couple specifics.
For me, I think a very specific coachism that I learned that really affected me was what works, what don't work, and it don't make sense to keep doing things that don't work. And for me, that was because like I said, I was very quiet in the beginning of the class, but when I realized I wasn't getting as much out of the class by staying quiet and not voicing my opinions and my thoughts, and when I had a conversation with Miss Estelle, she had told me that my voice mattered and that it was very important for me to talk. So that was the lesson I think that was the biggest takeaway I've had from the college prep class.
I'm just a little more. A writing lesson that you particularly resonated, or that you like, woo, or we'll come back again, or a financially alive and free lesson that resonates.
I think for writing, it would be the final project for sure, because it was getting to put all of the everything part of the alive and free model prescription into writing and implementing it into my own life, and realizing how really how like the whole prescription really does affect my life, and how, especially as I'm going to college, how I can use it in my day-to-day life, and putting in writing was what really helped me understand it further.
All right. Thank you. Justice, you get the same thing. Go right ahead. We're focusing on the college prep class, which is the writing project, and financially alive and free.
I don't know if this will exactly make sense, but for Mrs. Dell's class, I learned how to not look at something from one viewpoint I learned to look at something from a different viewpoint rather than the one that's given to you. So what I mean by that is, like, say you see a fight break out on the internet and you just accept what's given to you. Like, you only have one side of the story. Instead of accepting that, dig and do your own research and see what the other side of the story is. So that's what I mainly learned from Mrs. Stell's class. And the reason why I bring it up is because when she has us do our writing assignments, instead of just like writing out the basics, we need to fully think of our writing process, what we want to write about, what we want to be said, our conclusion, and what we want her to get from that. And for Miss Demetria's class, The main thing that I took away is basically the sum of her entire class, learning how to budget. Me personally, I've written it multiple times in my writing, which she's probably seen. I've had a really hard time with managing my money. I remember I think it was the first assignment that we did. She told us to track her spending for an entire week.
Yeah.
I was actually excited about that project because that's the most I've ever been engaged when it came to money. I think that was the week I was coming from a field trip and I was going to the ferry building and spending money. And I literally stopped myself. My friend was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Snap, I got to think about how much money I'm spending." But I really did enjoy it. I got a chance to write down how I felt, what I learned from it, and it kept going throughout the week. I won't lie, I did stir away from what I was supposed to learn from that lesson, but it still stays with me because even now I still look back and be like, okay, although this was an assignment that she told us to do just for this week, it's something that I can take with me as I get older. It doesn't have to stop right here. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Brooke. Oh, Thursday night, 2 class,
Okay.
2 teachers.
I'm gonna start with Mrs. Dell's class. I learned a lot from Mrs. I learned a lot from both classes, but in Mrs. Dell's class particularly, I learned how to not only use my voice, because in the beginning I was using my voice, but I feel like not as much as I am now. I'm always like one of the first people to raise their hand and like respond to something that she says, just because I'm like, I gotta be quick on my feet. Because in college, there's not gonna be any time for me to be shy and not speak up and use my voice. So that's one thing that I learned from Mrs. Dell, and how to view things from the Live and Free prescription. For example, in one of her classes, we looked at 4 poems, but we had to look at them through the Live and Free prescription, and that gave me a better sense of how to view things. Because, like Justice said, when we look at things, we just take it how we're given it. But when we look at things from a more slicker perspective, I feel like we can understand better and understand what we're being taught. And yeah, and the Alive and Free prescription in general, like knowing the symptoms, the germs, and like the rules for living and what we can do to resolve the situation. That's what I took away from Mr. Stell's class. And Mr. Meach's class, I was pretty good. Well, I feel like when I got to high school, I wasn't really good at saving, but um going through Mr. Meach's class, I learned how to budget and create a savings plan for when I go to college. And I also learned more about my own financial situation, like what me and my mom, well, what my mom goes through, because she's a really hard worker. And I kind of like withhold like spending a lot of money because I think about like college and like what I'm gonna do when I get there, and just trying to help my mom overall, like with our financial situation. So yeah, that's what I took away from
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. Sarah.
Okay, I'll start with Mrs. Stell's class. I would say one of the most important things I learned is that being vulnerable is like powerful. I'm not like a big speaker, but I had to learn like how to use my voice, and just like being vulnerable and talking about things that I might have not wanted to talk about just helped me like to grow and learn how to express my emotions. And then also in her class, the importance of finishing, like no matter what you're going through, just to finish. And I feel like that's something I will definitely carry with me through college. And for Miss Demetra's class, I would say the risk factors stood out to me the most, because I've always been a person that's like a pretty good saver, but like writing notes down and knowing what not to do for my future is really important to me. Because like my brother said earlier, he graduated debt free, and like I want to have the same goal to do that. So just everything, I hope I can take everything from both classes and just carry it out with me through the rest of my life.
All right, Rain.
I think I'm going to start with Miss Dimitra's class because I feel like knowing about how money makes me think and like my anger, fear, and pain, like surrounding money and how I grew up with like being poor versus where I am now and how finances kind of scares me, it kind of helped my thinking. Um, and it kind of helped me like move on. And what else kind of helped me move on was the autobiography. I feel like that one hit me hard because I was able to like go through all of the things that I went through and reflect, and like it sort of helped me heal. But overall, I feel like I learned a lot about boundaries and how hard it is for me to say no to things. But I've had conversations with both Miss Estelle and Miss Dimitra, and I've sort of like come into that confidence where it's okay to have these boundaries, have these like moments where you can say no. And I learned that it's important not just to speak, but to actually have something to say and to actually say what you want to say rather than just speak, if that makes any sense.
Everything you say makes sense, man. Thank you. Walter.
So, for Mrs. Stell's class, she taught me to be more concise and coherent when speaking, and as well as writing, and to be intentional and honest, to be able to utilize my own creativity when speaking, so that my voice breaks through, which is, I want to go back to the last time I came on the show. We were talking about AI and social media and how, and in our last meeting with Miss Dimitra, and she was also saying how, it takes away your voice. And I want to say that Mrs. Stella and Mrs. Dimitra both kind of push for that honesty in our writing and our speaking. So that was like a huge takeaway I took away from Mrs. Stowe. Also that it's okay to be vulnerable once in a while, like, and that your emotions are not weaknesses, but like, they're strengths. Miss Dimitra taught me to take stock of my thoughts, emotions, and actions when I'm spending money and how I feel in those times. A big takeaway from Miss Dimitra was the credit system and how predatory it all is and where it comes from and how these systems are all over the world, and we need to just be aware of them because they're very predatory and a lot of people fall victim to what's out there.
Yeah, I did not. Usually I pop in to the college prep class. I did not do that this year. One time, I think, except to teach that wonderful movie Raisin in the Sun, right? And that's because I was doing so much teaching on Tuesday. So I was getting you on Tuesday, I was getting you on Thursday. But let me just say, just remembering some of the lessons that both of them do. But Mr. Mitra, I hope the one just listen past year. Mr. Mitchell, every time you do wants versus needs, that just blows my mind. I just love that one. I don't know if they loved it. The credit cards, the maxed out. You gave them information about credit cards. Look, you've heard the phrase, you had to learn the hard way. What Miss Demetra taught you, I had to learn the hard way. So I didn't learn none of this. Justice, I was a spender. I didn't save no money. My credit, look, I was a mess. Okay, I was a mess. I learned late in life. So what you're getting is you don't have to learn the hard way. You can learn the right way and be financially alive and free from the gate. Lady Estelle's class. I don't know, a streetcar named Success. I think she still that one. Did she still do that one? Lady Estelle, I love that one. What is you do this one early. What's the Too Cool for School? I love that one. You get so many, and then she makes you write and write and write and write and write and write. Before I go to Tuesday, Mr. Mitra, Lady Estelle, you want to comment on any of them, or you just want to listen? Because I think it's very important for the instructors who put so much work into you to find out, what you got out of it. So, Mr. Mitra, you just want to keep listening, or is there anything you want to say? She's nodding. She just wants to keep listening.
The listening has been great. Thank you.
Okay. Lady E, you want to say anything while or you just want to keep listening?
Yeah, no, I'd like to keep listening.
Spoken like true instructors.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm gonna go to Tuesday, but give me one word to describe your instructors.
Oh, Lord.
One word. You can do one for Mr. Mitra, one for Lady Miss Estelle, or you can the same word can be for both. Rain, give me a word.
Brilliant and guided.
Oh, was that for both of them?
Yes.
Okay. Brilliant and guided. Oh, okay. Walter, give me a word. One for both or one for each?
I would say for both, I would say bright and tactful, but like not the careful tactful, like like planning and plotting tactful.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Okay, Elon, give me a word for one or both.
For both, I would say inspirations.
Okay. All right. Justice.
I feel like this goes for both of them, but strict, but also teacher.
Okay. All right. Brooke.
Knowledgeable.
Say what you really
and
think. Now, you ain't gonna hold it against you. You can. Now's the time to get us back. Go ahead.
I'd say knowledgeable and guidance or like guided. That makes sense.
Okay. Sarah.
I would say for both thoughtful.
Okay. I'm gonna give one. I'm gonna give one because I seen them both for a long time. High standards. That I always think about the high standards and believing in you to the fullest and raising you up, not allowing you to be at the best that you can be. Okay, I'm gonna shift to Tuesday night. And
Elon, did he call you?
Yeah, I say Elon.
Okay, I'm sorry, I did.
Let's shift to Tuesday night. All those concepts on Tuesday night. And we did a little bit at the class last week, and we asked you to give me a memory from when we started with roots and what life lessons and life is hard, but there are things you can do to make it easier. And the rest of the course for the whole year was about that, from Kimba to this, a memory that you can tell the people, because people be wondering, what do you study there? What do you do? What do you do? All you guys, you just have class. Yes, we have class, but don't you do, don't you go to the beach? No, we don't go to the beach. Okay. I mean, no, we're, a couple of things we did, but activities, but okay. Tuesday night, give me something that stood out to you on Tuesday night. That's like, whoa. And I heard some of this, but the public hasn't. Okay. I'm gonna start with Brooke.
I will always say the Kimba story. The Kimba story really got me hooked. That was just an eye-opener for me, especially since I'm going to college this fall. I will always have that story in my head, no matter what I'm doing, where I'm at. I will always have that story in my head.
For those of you who don't know what the Kimba story is, look it up. Kimba Smith, a young lady who went to Hampton University from, I guess, what you call a middle-class family. Yeah. And the last person you thought may get caught up, but got caught up with a drug deal at college and ended up in prison for 24 and a half years without the possibility of parole. And maybe, and so, yeah, folks, if you want to know what that story is, there's been a movie called Kimba. There's an article. And if you want to find out, only through the grace of God is she free. But she was very, 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 very fortunate that a lot of people. Anyway, okay, yes, the Kimba story. And all right, Sarah, pick up something from Tuesday that was like, yeah, I like a couple of these things for real.
I would also say the Kimba story, but also another one is, I think I talked about this on Tuesday, but thanks versus gratitude. That just like really stood out to me because I feel like people don't make the difference a lot, but there really is such a big difference. And I just hope that I can be a person that carries myself with gratitude over just saying thank you.
Now tell the listening public what the difference is between thanks and gratitude.
So thanks is just saying thank you, but gratitude is expressing action toward that appreciation.
I always say, what I say, it's more than just saying thanks, it's saying thank you for Thanksgiving dinner. Gratitude is I'm gonna clean the table and wash the dishes. And action, that's gratitude. Elon was with us for a couple of years. So you had Tuesday the first time, and you had a special thing this Tuesday. But what about Tuesday? Resonated with you?
I definitely think going here for 2 years definitely did give me a better perspective because seeing it a second time, I started to notice things I hadn't noticed the first time around. But I think definitely it was the roots in the beginning, because in my junior year when I first saw it, I was a little confused and I didn't really understand the whole message that I was getting. But in my senior year when I sat down and rewatched it, I started to see how the Alive and Free prescription played into it as well, which I found really interesting.
Yes. But now you got to tell us how the Alive and Free prescription played it well.
A very specific scene that I still remember is when he almost put himself into danger when he was trying to save, I believe it was the sheep, and his father told him, never go into danger. And I think that's such an important lesson. And I think the coachisms tell you rules for living, a friend will never lead you to danger. So I think seeing that play into a movie, but even though we don't watch it just for entertainment, it really did help me. And I do think I will be taking that advice into college as well.
Wonderful. All right, Walter. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. The best part about the Alive and Free class on Tuesday was the prescription that we were given about the disease of violence, and how I think one time you gave us an example of people being like computers.
Yeah.
And how, you can be infected just like you have a virus, and like a computer, you can fix a virus, right? Like you can take it to a computer lab and they can work out the kinks and the virus can be handled. And that's like people. And so there is no bad people. There's only infected people, just like infected computers. So that was my favorite.
You said my word perfectly, sir. Yes.
And it was nice because it made me look at like perspectives like a little differently and take myself out of my own shoes too, which helped. So
thank you. Rain.
I think one of my favorite things to learn about was actually Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. I love both the units that we did on them. I really enjoyed about Martin Luther King learning about how his preaching and how dedicated he was to nonviolence. And for Malcolm X, I really loved seeing his journey and the way he changed throughout his life. I actually picked up his autobiography at my local library, and I've been reading it. It's sort of crazy, actually. His life is crazy, and I don't know. I really just loved learning the history behind it, as well as the Freedom Riders. That was a really interesting topic to learn about as well.
Freedom Riders, yes. Anybody want to add a second thing that they Walter? I'll give you a chance. Go ahead. Who? Did I do Justice? I left Justice out.
I didn't get to go yet.
Oh, go before I go to the seconds.
For me, my favorite Tuesday class is when we got the chance to watch the 6888 because we got to learn more about our people. For me personally, I knew that there were Black women in the military, but I've never really heard the stories of Black women in the military, the hardships that they had to go through, what kind of jobs that they were carrying. And I thought that was very inspiring, especially because right now we live in a world where a lot of our history is being erased. So I'm glad that we got the chance to watch that movie because I literally knew nothing about the 6888. I came across a TikTok video. It was with Tyler Perry and the rest of the cast, and he was talking to the original soldiers, and they were just thanking him, saying like, "Thank you for sharing our story." And they even said that like, we thought that we had been forgotten. But I really enjoyed it because, like I said before, instead of usually seeing one side of the story, we got to see their side of the story. So tying it back to what I said about Mrs. Stell's class, about seeing something from another perspective and not just one perspective. The line that stood out with me the most is when I believe it was Major Charity Adams said, she said it to her soldiers. She said, "Don't give them a reason." The reason why this stood out to me because it reminded me of the coaches and don't give them a reason to tell you no. The
Yeah.
reason why she kept saying, don't give them a reason because she didn't want the people who was already looking down on her and her soldiers to give them even more reason to look down. That she was saying like to keep your high held up high. Um, don't don't listen to their words. It was another coaches, I believe. It was saying something about what was it? It was like to not respond to a word if that's not who you are.
Mhm.
But yeah, the 6 AAA really stood out to me, and it's just really nice to see, women getting like the hype that we deserve. So yeah.
And were you surprised at the reveal at the end of the movie? Oh, she wasn't listening to that part. It turns out that there is a related person in Omega to one of the 6 AAA.
Was it your mom? Wait,
My who?
was it
Who?
your mother?
Who can help her out? Who?
It
What?
was Dr. Marshall's mom, yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Dr. Marshall's mother is one of the 6 AAA. So I am automatically elevated in people's esteem. Your mama's one of them? For real? Your mama one of them? Oh man, no wonder you're doing what you do. Yes. Yes. And we are so proud of the 6 AAA, and we're proud to show their majesty and their glory. And now you've heard it. You can't keep a good man down. You can't keep good women down. 6 AAA. I'm glad you enjoyed that. All right, let's go with seconds. Who's got a second? Walter, I see you raise your hand. Anybody got seconds? Okay, Walter, you first.
I really enjoyed the coachisms as well.
Yeah.
And I want to tie, there's something I enjoyed from a Thursday class as well as a Tuesday class, which ties in together. Miss Amitra introduced us to emotional residue, and it got me to think about like where it's showing up in my own life and how there, there's just been times throughout Thursdays and Tuesdays where it got a little rough, and I was like, just a little stressed out, and I started to think about, my emotional residue, and it kind of is very closely tied into the coachism, like you're only one bad decision away.
Mhm.
And we see it time and time again through the examples of people who come into class or videos and just things in our reading that we see. And so that emotional residue aspect and our anger, fear, and pain and how it shows up and what we do to choose to work on it and choosing coping mechanisms that make us not worse people, but better people, or just not worse off to society and to everybody else and to ourselves. That was like a really strong pickup thing. So that was great.
Thank you. Thank you. Who's got a second? Who's got a second? Yes, Rain.
I would say that one of the things that I've learned is actually from the people who run Alive and Free. I don't think I've ever seen anyone as dedicated as you, Mrs. Stell, Miss Demetra, and Miss Anne, as well as Jack. I don't think it's really inspiring to see people who are actually real life people who are helping other people. And it's sort of like made me feel like I can strive for more and like I can like prevail towards a better future, to the point where I've actually made like a 10-year plan to get like my PhD and things. Like I've just, that's like something that I think I learned from the people at Alive and Free rather just than the lessons that we've learned there.
Yes. All right. Who's next with a second? Brooke.
Wait, I'm not supposed to start off with like Mrs. Stell always says. So another lesson I learned from Alive and Free was Anton, well, still,
Right.
is Anton Fisher's the film that we're watching currently. It kind of reminded me of what I was going through in life. I didn't go through exactly what he did, but I actually stopped going to Alive and Free mid-December through January because I lost my grandma. But I always would think about the coachism, don't let my circumstances dictate my behavior. And my mom was also telling me, like, you need to go back to Alive and Free. You need to finish. You need to push through. So I did. And I'm glad that you guys didn't give up on me, although you didn't really know what I was going through at the time. So that kind of ties into Anton Fisher's story to where his therapist, Mr. Davenport,
Yes, Dr.
would,
Davenport.
yeah, Dr. Davenport, wouldn't give up on him every time Anton Fisher would get into a situation, whether it was like a physical altercation or emotionally. He was always there for him, and he seen something in him, and I feel like you guys seen something in me and didn't give up on me, so I really appreciate that.
Thank you. Sarah, a second?
Yes, I would say watching the documentaries about the men in prison, I feel like men's mental health is very important, but it doesn't get a light shone upon it as much as it should, especially like me in my future, like wanting to become a therapist and hopefully be able to help people. It just like is a reminder that men and women, like it doesn't matter like what you identify as, everybody's mental health is important.
The mess you live in, yes. Yes. All right, anybody got a second? And another second, I can get a chance. Justice, you got one. Elon, you got one. If not, none. Okay. Let me say this. Okay, Walter, you can have a third. All right, it's like food.
This one, again, has to do with the Thursday class. I wish I said it earlier, but it was a recent thing, and it was kind of powerful. But Mr. Mitra said, don't ever think it can happen to you.
Yeah.
And in my life, like that's just so true. Like there's been times I'll look at like the next guy, I'm like, haha, that could never happen to me, bro. Like, and then it really does happen to me. I'm like, and then it's just not so funny when the shoe's on the other foot. So I've experienced that, and I feel like that's just something so universal. Like the world will show you that. Like it will show you that it can happen to you if you're not humble enough. So that's like a really strong lesson that you do not need to learn. You can be wise and get it here, get the game here.
All right.
Before I turn it over to them, let me just say, this is the first time I have been this extensively involved in Teacher Tuesday. Before it was Mrs. Stell, Mr. Mitras, but now with the relocation and so on and so forth, I'm in the class. And let me just say, there were times we divided up responsibility where I was solely responsible for Tuesday. And people are like, man, you already doing enough. You gonna do that too? And I'm like, man, I started out as a teacher. I love teaching. and I'm gonna just say, I love working with you every Tuesday. And when you come in, you say how happy I am to see you. You must think I'm crazy. Oh, Brooke. Oh, Sarah. I'll be hugging y'all and be like, get your hands off me. No, Rain, I'll be so happy to see y'all. And then to get into those lessons, because to me, they're life-saving. They're life-saving. They're life-changing. I mean, and I tell the alumni, I've told this before, that we can't live your life for you. We can give you everything. It's like early in Roots when it says, we'll give him a good life. We can give them everything. It's up for them to make the good life. Or he says Allah, and we say God to make the good life. But we know we've equipped you with everything that you need. And so that's why we're so serious about no phones, no this, pay attention. There it is. Because we know when you get out there, there's traps. There's traps that they're going to snare you. And we've lost young people. We have. And that's like you lose any child, because I consider all y'all my kids. It's painful. And but we ain't lost that many, because most of them have really taken this prescription. And it's, the smiles that you saw, the joy that you saw earlier with the 4 graduates, and all those alumni. And when, when they come in and say, man, I was 16 when I got here, now I'm 55, you'd be like, damn, you're 55. Yeah, that's the reward. That's the reward. And to see your families be so happy, celebrating. And so, yeah, I love Tuesday. I love teaching. I love being there with you guys and young ladies. And so, yes, that's me. And we got one more class Tuesday night. I'll be just as happy. Lady E, Mr. Mitra, what do you want to say?
Mr. Mitra?
You got a stone face though. Mr. Mitra?
Okay, Mr. Mitra, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Not right now.
Okay. Oh, let me see. It's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure for me and a gift to be able to work with young people, to share anything and everything that I can that will help you find and be the best that you can be, to become that, the way I say it is, that person that God created you to be. Every now and then, I'm able, to get information to you and inside you that I know is going to make a difference. It's not always easy, and I know it doesn't always feel good, but it's not about it feeling good. It's about getting inside and making the difference. It's about you knowing. It's about you getting in touch with. It's about you digging in, reaching in, and pulling out the best you that you can be. Know how to do that so that when it's time, when it's necessary, when there's nobody around that's going to remind you of who you can be, that you know how to do that for yourself. So it's been a joy and it's been a pleasure. It's work and it's good work. It's wonderful work. And it's really wonderful for me to see and hear you. That voice that I was talking about, okay, let's hear that. And I hear it. To see you, to hear you, to watch you, to see your growth, it brings me joy. And it gives me hope. In a couple of years, what am I going to hear? What are we going to see? Every time you come back, I'm going to be looking to hear your stories, what you learned, how it worked, what didn't work, and then what you discovered did work. And then I also need to just remind you, who's got my numbers? Okay. Dr. Marshall. Not you, Dr.
I got it too.
If there's something that I can do to help out, you got my number, and it's absolutely okay to call. That's all I can think of today. I may come up with something else later, but right now, that's what I've got for you. You've brought me joy.
Last chance, Mr. Mitra.
No, I don't have anything. We had great words last class on Thursday, so yeah.
Okay. Look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. It's gonna be great. I know you got a little thing. Let me just. I want to compliment you on. You're not the. I want people to see out who's watching it. They're the only ones in the class. No, you're not the only ones in the class, but you're the ones in the college prep class because we have a number of people who are, sophomores and juniors and and that sort of thing. But I want to congratulate you for being leaders as you've grown, being leaders in the classroom, really, especially when we get new people, and they don't know what's going on, and Mrs. Dell asked a question, and so I want to congratulate you for that. You've formed. This is your group. Every year, every college prep class has their group when they go off to college, and a lot of the people you saw yesterday, they were in class together. They were in the college prep class together. They went off. This is your crew, and it's look around. You've been through this process together. I'm gonna wrap up with you can give me a coachism or a rule for living. And a coaching or rule for living, either one, because when you say this, you're going to give people out there something to take away from this that they can use immediately. Because everything we give you is usable right then and there. That's why this Alive and Free prescription is so wonderful. You know, you can just put it in your thought process and boom, you are better for it. Okay, we're going to start off with Sarah. Give me one. It can be a rule for living or a coachism, which are wise sayings from the elder, by the way, for people who don't know what a coachism is.
I'm gonna do a coachism. Don't let your circumstances dictate your behavior.
Thank you. Brooke.
Can I just jump in and say, if it's a coachism and it's yours, because it sounds like that was your coachism for you, right? Don't let you know what I'm asking for, right?
Yes.
Okay, would you say it again?
Don't let my circumstances dictate my behavior.
See, that's where the power is, when you know it's you and me and I. Okay, all right, thank you, Sarah.
No, you got to follow suit, Brooke.
I'm only one bad decision away.
Yeah, Dr. Marshall's favorite. Justice.
Dare to be different.
All right, Elon.
Never give them a reason to tell me no.
No, that's right.
And you haven't. Girl got a full ride. Okay, Rain. Is Rain? Okay, I don't know.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Never give them a reason to tell me no.
Right. Okay. And Walter. Oh man.
The more I know, the more I owe.
Ooh.
That's right.
My grandmother would love that. You're repeating her words. All right. That's it. Ann, you want to say anything to this? You've been with them all year too, so you get to say something, and then we'll sign off and let them get some sleep, and we'll get ready for our last class on Tuesday.
Just every single one of you are just so special, you know, and I love that you came as you are, and you were able to like befriend each other. I love that, like, you know, Justice does art, and then she would start drawing, and Rain was there drawing, and Queen, and then all of a sudden we're playing Uno. Walter's there playing Uno in the group, and then we got Brooke and Karan doing TikTok dances during the break. I got to hop in once or twice. Was that ever posted? Okay, I don't know for me, you know, I can move, but anyways, so yeah, you talking about that kind of stuff. Elon, I love seeing Elon, and just they're always posting you on the Willie Mays Instagram. So it's
Yep.
just but like meeting your mom yesterday, it was really cool. And then Sarah being in class and just you know, knowing her siblings, but knowing that she's like her own person too. So um I don't know, it's just really special. It's such a special group and it always is, but I think you guys really stick out. Just you're your own people. You like what you like, you know, with the music and creativity, but you're also able to like bring each other in. Um, and then and so with that, when it comes to learning the Alive and Free prescription and then seeing how it can apply to your life, and all the different instances, I just thought was really important. Um, seeing you in class, yeah, yeah, it was just really special. Just really, really special. I don't even know what to say anymore because it's just because you made the commitment, I guess. For me, that was really important and that you followed through. Because it is really intense, right? Like doing all the work, the deep diving within yourself, um, answering these questions, submitting the assignments, but knowing that you have instructors that really only want the best for you, I thought was just really powerful. And I just know you're going to do amazing things. And I just can't wait to see and hear all of your stories and successes. And just what a blessing to have Lady Estelle, Miss Demetra, and Dr. Marshall and Jack help lead you to your bright future.
Well, you got a big cheerleader right there. But it's all true. All right, thank you for sharing this experience with the world, because now people, oh, that's what y'all do at Alive and Free Omega Boys Club. This is what you produce. Thank you so much. Get some rest. We will see you on Tuesday, and I know it's gonna be special. So good night.
Good night.
Love
Have a good
y'all.
Bye.
Good night.